I want to turn now to the city of Detroit. The city almost 1 year out of bankruptcy, but a new report indicates there are still some big problems with the property tax system. The Lincoln Institute of Land Policy found that many properties are still overassessed, resulting in a tax delinquency rate that is higher than many other major cities. And fixing this problem is vital to Detroit's financial future. It's down from that 50% of delinquency. They're looking at about 30% now, Nolan, but that is still much higher than other places in the country.
And Mayor Duggan has said this is a priority, and I hope he acts on that. People will pay their taxes if they feel their tax bill is fair, and if they feel like they're getting the services their money is paying for. The people of Detroit have been way over tax burden in relation to the services they're receiving. We know the assessments are way out of whack, and I think he's got to accelerate this process of rationalizing assessments and as well as improving services so people feel like that's money well spent.
I guess how much money would it take to accelerate that process? Because I know that they're looking at making everyone the reassessment by 2017, but it does feel like a long time to wait when you are going to be dependent on that revenue for this city.
Yeah, you can't go too fast because you blow a hole in the plan of adjustment and send the city back into financial crisis if you don't also raise values at the same time that you're reassessing homes. And the Duggan administration's focus so far has been on how to raise values. One, eliminating blight in neighborhoods. Two, taking houses that can be saved, rehabbing them and trying to sell them to people at market rate so that resets tax values and real estate values. And then now trying to bridge the mortgage gap. I mean, you still have this incredible phenomenon in Detroit where if you want to pay market rate for a house in the city, almost no bank will loan you money under a conventional mortgage.
We got to get some federal relief for that because these new rules on banks
very tight.
They're too tight. If you've got someone willing to sell a house for X amount, someone willing to buy it for that amount, and the bank, because of all of the Dodd-Frank rules, says, I can't go there. I can't give you that much money, and it's killing places like Detroit in particular. But I mean, the key here is raising demand for housing. You've got to create more buyers than sellers, and values will come up. But you've got to get somewhere close.
You got to stabilize neighborhoods.
You do.
To be able to do that.
Of course, you got to everything at once. But you've got to get somewhere above that 90% mark for paying property taxes that you see in the suburbs and elsewhere because the city needs that revenue.
Do you feel, though, that the fight against blight, though, it's such a moving target because one neighborhood that you might think, okay, we've got a handle on this right now, it can turn. Is that also some of the challenge that they're facing?
Well, I mean, I think the challenge that they're facing is all of it, right? They've got to do everything at once, and that's one of the big problems in Detroit is when you start focusing on one problem and you solve it, what you find behind it are 15 other problems that are at least as big, if not bigger. And this is a really good example of that. He's got a plan to deal with these things, but it can't happen overnight or by attacking one spot or another. You got to do all of it.